Let me ask you, such big fights with Mike Tyson, the two big ones. Is this anticlimactic, and are you feeling a bit of a letdown?
Not at all. Not at all. This is another fight that get me a lot closer to what God ultimately had planned for me to do.
3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, you lost this fight. How much different are you as a fighter than you were 3.5 years ago, as you will be tonight?
Well, I'm a lot wiser, and so that means I'm a lot smarter, and I can do things different. I'm able to adapt to whatever the circumstances may be, and so what leads me to win. I'm a holy warrior.
Now, Michael Moorer, Evander, has been somewhat annoyed by what he considers a lack of respect for his victory. Do you respect his victory, and was it something that he should be honored with?
Well, yeah, I respect it. He did what necessary, and appointed me, just letting people know what the mistake that I made. I wasn't taking anything away from him. He did what he had to do, and it's not like he's supposed to let up. It's not like he said, well, okay, you got a hurt shoulder, I'm not going to do it. He did what he needed to do that time to get the judge's vote.
Mm-hmm. You want to unify this title. Is there any chance you might be looking past the fight tonight in Michael Moorer?
Well, not at all. I look through him. He's a person that I have to deal with, and it's in a little while, and I look forward to doing it.
Evander, we wish you all the best of luck. There's absolutely no lack of confidence in here. As you can read on the bulletin board, like a football bulletin board, there's a message, and the new WIBF champion, the real deal, Holyfield.
In attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime! With the rematch and unification of the WBA IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World, 12 rounds of boxing scheduled. We first present our referee in charge, the third man in the ring, working in this his 44th world title bout, Mitch Halpern. All right, fans, here we go, introducing to you first on my left, the defending world champion for the WBA in the red corner, entering the ring wearing purple trunks, hailing from and representing his hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. He weighed in at a ready 214 pounds with a record of 34 wins, 3 losses. He has 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He is only the second man in history to have captured the heavyweight crown 3 times. Please welcome the former undisputed cruiserweight world champion, the former undisputed heavyweight world champion. Here is boxing's warrior spirit, the WBA heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Evander, the real deal. Across the ring on my right is the defending IBF heavyweight champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing green trunks and hailing from Detroit, Michigan. He weighed in at 223 pounds, boxing's very first southpaw heavyweight champion. He has compiled a record of 39 wins, 1 loss, 31 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the former light heavyweight world champion, now in his second reign as heavyweight title holder, introducing the IBF heavyweight champion of the world, known as Double M, Michael Moorer. Once again, our referee in charge, Mitch Halpern.
This will be a clean fight. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Guys have any questions? Okay, that's not low right there, okay? That is, all right? Touch gloves, good luck.
Around 18,500 on hand to witness this title unification. Evander Holyfield, he told us he really wanted to quit, but 2 things kept him fighting. One was the Lord, and the other his quest to unify all 3 major heavyweight titles in the ring. His opponent, Michael Moorer. He feels great, he says. Arthroscopic surgery on his right shoulder following the Vaughn Bean fight in March. No factor. Rumors that he injured his hands in training, he says, untrue. Here we go, round 1. Watch out for headbutting and possibly stepping on feet because of Moorer's southpaw style. Over the years, opponents have complained about Holyfield's headbutts, led, of course, by Mike Tyson. Holyfield claims that Moorer's lefty stance generates the headbutting.
This first round, ever so important for both fighters. If Holyfield gets caught behind Michael Moore's jab a lot, it's going to be a long night, and vice versa. If Michael Moore can't get out of the way of Evander's stuff, it's going to be a shorter night.
Holyfield wants to drag Moore into a brawl. Remember, even though Moorer fights in a southpaw stance, he's really a righty. His left hand is quite weak. His real power is in his right jab. Moorer not really known for his speed, somewhat flat-footed. He could be in trouble early if Holyfield wages an assault and fights from close range.
Right now, it's a jabbing contest. Evander's throwing a nice jab. Michael Moore's not throwing a bad jab. There's the right-hand counter that Evander's got to be effective with. The left hook in the right hand, and Michael Moore trying to get the left hand down the pipe.
Moorer will have to hurt Holyfield early to gain some success. Here's a combination by Evander Holyfield, but not much effect on Moorer.
They're keeping that distance. We talked about in the telestrator earlier with Bobby. That distance is there, but the right jab has got to be established by Moorer, and he's been throwing it out, but not as hard as he did in the first fight. The first fight, it was a gonging, resounding jab, and it's not that right now. He's fighting a little tentative, is Moorer.
Right now, Evander's being very effective with his counters. 4, 5, and 6 punches. His right hand is finding the mark much more quickly than it did in the first fight. He looks a whole lot better.
What do you think about the flab around the belly of Moorer?
You know, Michael Moore was very heavy, and they let the weight come down naturally to wherever he was comfortable. But my problem with that is this. If you're a young man, still under the age of 30, and you're not really leaned out, how much work did you really do, or was your diet that bad? Both of them are bad signs.
There was nothing good to be gleaned from that, not at all. And it is loose fat.
Moorer coming in heavy. He is a good technician in the ring.
And bear in mind, both men got heavy punches. I don't care what they say, both these guys knock out people. Heavy.
And many feel that Moorer would crumble if Holyfield really challenges him, just jumps on him with a big physical attack. Here comes Moorer.
You know, it was a good right hook, but it was more of a balance shot, I think, than it was a big hard shot.
Back comes Holyfield with uppercuts.
You know, I think it was more of a balance shot where he caught him on the side of the head.
Keep squared up, boss.
Hands up at all times.
Right shoulder.
Listen. Don't throw the right uppercut when you're outside. Get inside first and then rip it up.
Hands up, boss. Hands up. 1 minute at a time. No water. And remember, you don't have to look for no clean shot either. Vaseline. Vaseline. You let the body use his legs.
Let's take a look at Holyfield getting hit on the side of the head. See, he did get hit, and he went back. It was a balance, a little bit of a balance, but it also was a resounding hard shot.
It was a good right hook to the temple, but I think balance had a lot to do with the movement.
You can't take anything off that, and he felt it.
Good first round action, but Moorer scored the best punch with just 15 seconds remaining. Round number 2. Remember, Mike Tyson called Evander Holyfield the best counterpuncher he'd ever seen.
Evander Holyfield is an excellent boxer counterpuncher and boxer puncher.
And a great left hook, too, but here comes Michael Moore trying to smother Evander Holyfield. Then he takes a big step back.
What you have to worry about now for both fighters when this fight unfolds this way is the late rounds, the attrition, the training, where I believe the nod goes to Evander.
Well, we're going to see if it gets to the late rounds, because this doesn't look like it's going to be a late round fight.
Conventional wisdom dictates that a fast-paced fight would favor Holyfield, slow-paced Moorer.
Well, I think all that goes out the window when these two guys face each other. We're through speculating. Now it's there.
There's a beautiful right uppercut counter by Evander Holyfield. Moorer counters him and he covers nice.
Pretty combination by Michael Moore after the countering shots by Holyfield. So Moore ready to stand right in there and trade.
I thought Evander won the first round. He won the whole round. There's the one big punch he got hit at the end. I didn't think it was enough for Moore to take the whole round from him. it's going to be a very cat and mouse type thing, I think, for the first 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah. The thing is that the counter of Evander is wonderful, but Moorer fights back 3 and 4 punches at a time. He's not laying down here. This is a very, very competitive first and second round. Moorer looks like he wants to jump on top of him and put some punishment on him early.
Let him up, break, step back easy, step back easy.
How about that? Michael Moorer lifting Holyfield off the canvas, showing his strength.
Well, he doesn't want to be pushed around like Tyson was, and he said he wasn't going to be. So let's see when it gets to the pushing and the shoving.
Come on, let's head.
Well, that answers some questions right there. Many felt Holyfield stronger than Moorer and able to push him around like he did Tyson.
Well, you know, a lot of that had to do to his styles and leverage. Tyson much shorter, his style, the way he moves. Evander used his leverage with his height. Did some very good things with his movement, his feet, and his balance. Michael Moorer may just not be the same way.
By Holyfield, being warned by Mitch Halpern. Halpern did a terrific job, and Tyson Holyfield 1 step away from the rematch after protests from the Tyson camp.
Based on the way that turned out, he was glad he did step away.
Mills Lane took over.
I think Moorer is doing very well this round.
Yeah, I think this is a Moorer round so far.
He's getting his shots in. They both established something. Holyfield in the first, Moorer in the second.
Good round for Michael Moorer.
Good round, Michael. Deep breath. One more. There you go, son. Good job. Now, Mike, the straight left hand's working real well for you. I want you to come back with the hook to the body behind that and then off to the side. Don't stay in front of this guy, you hear me? After your combinations, you got to get off to the side. All right? There you go.
Shoulders and arms, starting the shoulders and arms. Everything open up.
When you get in front of him, you got to take off.
Put your hands off your left feet, one or the other.
Let's hear what Emmanuel Stewart has to say.
Well, you know, the fight is moving along the course that I would say would be the worst for Evander Holyfield. There was 3 different styles that the fight could take place, and one would be for Evander to pressure Michael and get over him close, to move around and not to box him at a stationary position, which is what he's doing right now. And if this continues to go along it is, Michael's right jab is going to be a big factor, and his precision little short punches. Evander's fighting the exact wrong fight to be fighting Michael Moorer.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Moorer looking confident and sharp. It was round 2, 3.5 years ago, in which he was knocked down. A countering left hook to the head by Evander Holyfield. He looks very solid, though, right now.
Oh, watch your head, Jimmy. Watch your head. Come on.
They banged heads again. Evander's trying to work that left hook to the body very well. They banged heads on the inside. That southpaw style, the way they lean over and bend into each other. Sometimes it's the feet, sometimes it's the head.
Holyfield now pressing the attack momentarily, steps back. Evander's left hook to the head.
Evander's left hook is being big.
Right uppercut by Holyfield to the chin of Moorer. A straight right hand by Holyfield. Let's see if Moorer has answers. Holyfield pouring it on. He scored big with a right hook.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Holyfield, though, I believe is cut. Right eye area.
They banged heads. I think it was one headbutt.
Time. In that corner. Come here. Come here.
Here comes the doctor, and here comes bad
Accidental
news.
headbutt. Let's call it cut. Accidental headbutt. Let me stick with it.
Accidental headbutt.
Mitch Halpern saw it the right way. They banged heads by accident over here.
We mentioned it at the top of round 1. Look out for the headbutting, and Holyfield looks to shake it off. A straight right hand by Evander Holyfield. perhaps sensing the urgency of the moment, digging in with body shots, Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield's mad right now. He's fighting hard. He's fighting furious.
And he has that urgency. No question about that.
See, on the inside, he's a better fighter. He's more comfortable there. He's a more well-balanced fighter on the inside, shifting his weight in his arms top to bottom. He moves well on the inside.
The cut instigating the furious assault by Holyfield. Low blow by Moorer, then a straight right by Moorer, beating Holyfield to the punch there.
Moorer's getting his jab in. He's getting his jab in, and that's going to be the key.
That's what really damaged Holyfield in the first fight, aside from the fact that his left shoulder was hurt.
And now with a cut, it's even more reason not to keep eating that jab, and he is eating the jab.
Final seconds of round 3. A round that sees a cut on Evander Holyfield.
There's another butt there that banged heads again.
So don't worry about it.
Look, Holy, no weapons formed against you shall prosper, baby.
Don't worry about it.
Here's the water. Here's the water, Holy.
All right, give me a little water.
No weapon formed against you shall prosper now.
It looks like Holyfield is praying.
I thought the same thing, Steve. I was watching. I gave him that round. He dominated the first minute very strong.
I gave that round to Moorer because of his final performance at the end of it.
Yeah, but I thought Evander dominated the first minute so much more superior that he won the round. We differed for the first time.
Well, it won't be the last. This is a very good fight, Bobby. Very good.
His eye was cut by Moorer in the 5th round of the first fight. And here it happens in the 3rd. We enter round 4. First evidence of blood from Holyfield's right eye about a minute or so into round 3. Jim Strickland assuring him that it was okay, the cut man in Holyfield's corner.
3 straight hard jabs to pick up where he left off. Moorer getting confident now. Moorer getting very confident behind that jab.
Evander looks like he's been weakened a little bit for some reason.
Let's get it over to Jim Gray quickly.
All right, Steve, I just talked to Flip Pomansky, the attending physician at ringside. He said the cut over Evander Holyfield's right eye is not serious at all right now, and it is not in any jeopardy of stopping the fight as of now. Steve.
But that was a serious left hook by Michael Moorer while you were talking, Jim. That sent Holyfield reeling back a bit.
Both men are punching with a great deal of force.
Very competitive fight.
There are no light punches in this fight. They're going at it.
That's the jab that Michael Moorer needs to use.
And that's the one that holds Holyfield at bay.
Holyfield just waiting to counter here. His left hand down. What's he doing?
I don't know what's going on.
What's he doing?
Evander Holyfield looks like he's weakened or something's wrong.
Yep, he does.
He looks so much similar he did in the first fight.
He was very lethargic in the first fight, with all kinds of shoulder problems, the subsequent heart problems.
Let go, break easy, come on.
But saying no excuses coming into this fight. He's 100% physically fit. And now Moorer lets up, but comes back with a swift left hook to the side of Holyfield's face. Holyfield smiles in Moorer's face. Straight right hand, beauty by Holyfield.
Holyfield blocked that hook with his right hand pretty nicely.
And a countering right by Holyfield, flush on Moorer's face. But Moorer walked right into that one.
Moorer's using a nice jab again.
As soon as he does, Holyfield smiles.
That wasn't a smile, I think that was a scowl.
Yeah.
Holyfield's mad that he's walking into the jab.
And angry, Evander Holyfield coming forward. A short, crisp, straight right. He barrels in on Moorer.
Get up in here.
Again, that beautiful left hook by a left hook by Holyfield. A countering left by Evander Holyfield. Moorer comes
is pounding on the inside as well. That's not all one way.
Well, this is the fight you wanted, America.
No weapon fought against you, surprise for holding.
Give me that sponge.
A little ice bag.
Give me an ice bag. Give me an ice
A little
bag.
ice bag, plastic one, and put it behind his head.
Van, you listening? When you get in front of him, don't throw the right hand so long, short, and quick.
No weapon formed against you,
You hit him
surprise
with a
for
left
baby.
hook in the body and he held you.
Okay.
Let's take a look and see if we can, if we can see it 1 round ago where that cut might have taken place. They did butt heads there. It didn't look like that big, but anything can happen with
Doesn't
a
have to be big. It's an Iowa scar tissue.
It doesn't.
But the cut over Holyfield's eye seeming not to be a factor in round 4. We had a round 5. Hey, maybe Michael Moorer truly does respond better to trainer Freddie Roach's TLC approach than he did to the tough love of Teddy Atlas. We'll see.
Well, I think he's doing very well here. This is a very, very close fight. Either way, whichever way you got it at home, it's close.
And there's the shake. Shades of Holyfield Tyson. The crowd trying to urge Holyfield on.
See, Holyfield on the inside works nice. He digs that left hook, but he can't let Michael Moorer push him back and stuff that jab. The right uppercut on the inside for Michael Moorer, also very effective.
They've got a battle going on not only in the ring, but in the stands. Fans yelling Holyfield, then more. Holyfield 3 rounds to 1 by virtue of the online scoring. Straight right, followed by a left hook by Moorer. Effective punches that landed.
Evander Holyfield, I don't know what he looks like. He's looking for something. He can't find his rhythm, or maybe he's a little tired or something's wrong. He just looks a little off, a little bewildered.
He looks a little tired, and bewildered is the word.
The question is, the distractions, perhaps during the week, are they taking their toll?
I think the biggest toll it's taking right now is Moore's punching him silly. That's what I think he's doing. I mean, he's punching him to the body. That left hook is getting him dizzy. I mean, not the hook, but the jab, the right jab is getting him dizzy.
Or all of the above. Perhaps a combination of things.
And perhaps remember what we said. This might be the night that he turns old. You just don't know in boxing. He's right now apparently leading this fight.
A lot of blood around the eye of Evander Holyfield, and it is target practice for Michael Moorer with that right jab.
We talked about that jab being key. Evander Holyfield has not neutralized it as much as he was supposed to.
Oh, a left hook by Michael Moorer, and that stung Holyfield.
You know, every man's got a bullet with his name on it. Michael Moorer just might be the bullet. But if it,
A straight right hand by Holyfield, and down goes Moorer out of nowhere.
5, 6.
Moorer looks over to his corner and says he's okay.
You okay, buddy?
13 seconds to go.
Come to me. Come back to me.
Fortunately for Moorer, it's at the end of the round. They resume with 8 seconds.
Take 3 looks at that. Oh, smashing right hand. That was enough to put away anybody.
And Michael Moorer did the right thing by going down and catch his rest. You watch that right hand. Evander Holyfield sets him up, throws a right hand right down the middle. You'll see a jab, an uppercut, jab, bang. And down he goes.
You hear the crowd reacting to the big screens.
Well, there's no question. As we just keep your eye on the right hand. There it is. It's just a perfect punch where it should be. Just when Moorer was starting to have his way, things changed.
It happened 2:35 in round 5. Moorer down from a right on the chin. Here we go, round 6. The second time Moorer is down against Evander Holyfield in the 2 fights. Look out! WWF tactics by Michael Moorer. Apologizing to Holyfield.
Let's go, come on, let's go. Keep it clean.
I'm not sure what that was about.
Boy, just about everything has happened to Evander Holyfield in the ring. What's next?
Well, there's no parachutes available.
Oh, boy.
At least he can't come through the roof. Well,
the whole promotion, ironically, has been marked by the politeness and respect for each other. But that goes out the window in the ring.
Right now we see that Moorer is not punching with the intensity he had just when he was getting on that road where it looked like he was finding the range and it looked like Holyfield was slowing down.
Look at these doubling up of left hooks by Holyfield. Ferocious shots by Holyfield.
Holyfield with a nice triple left hook there. Started in the body, then a double up top to the head. That's the punch that was the nemesis for Moorer the first time. This time was a straight right hand.
But Moorer comes right back inside against Holyfield.
He's just not punching hard. He's not punching as hard. He needs this round to recover, I believe.
Moorer knocked down in the last round late. Eye of Evander Holyfield bloody, the right side.
Evander Holyfield does look tired to me, though, gentlemen. I don't know what. It just seems to be something's off. It seems like he has a repeat in the first fight. Maybe Michael Moorer just is the nemesis because he was down in both fights, but Evander has not looked strong in both.
Well, Moorer has dished out his share of punishment and has taken steam out of Holyfield. Holyfield wincing, trying to get the blood out of his right arm.
Now this has turned out to be a super heavyweight fight. Both guys equally matched. Any one can take the other one out in a minute. So now we got drama. We got bleeding. We got tiring Holyfield and a guy who has dropped Moorer. Excellent, excellent drama.
That blood is bothering Holyfield. He's trying to rub it away. It's getting into the right eye.
Let's not forget, if they stop this on cuts because of an accidental bite, we still go to the scorecards.
If an accidental foul occurs before the end of the fourth, the fighters rule the technical draw after the end of the fourth. Indeed, with the card. It's round 6.
Holyfield surprised a little bit by not opening up and going right after Moorer. When he had him down, he's let him off the hook.
They thought it was a low blow from the Moorer corner by Holyfield.
That was not a low blow, though. That was on the belt and above. The belt is legal.
Holyfield able to block that left hook. That's something he was unable to do for most of the first fight because of injury.
Get in your rhythm. Come on, sit down. Give him the sponge. Ice bag. Who's behind me?
Spody. You ain't putting your punches together, baby. You got to have your punches put together now. You're getting too tall, too.
Keep that close.
Hey, stay small and put your punches together, baby. You get this guy out of here.
Don't try too hard. It's going to come.
Here's the water.
Get him a water.
When you're small, you're powerful. When you're small, you're powerful. Here, drink this one. Drink this one.
Well, let's see this technique born out of desperation, I think. Yeah, he was a linebacker in his day, but I wouldn't like to lift him like that. That's heavy work. I don't think that does Moorer any good at all.
Personally, I'm too lazy.
Well, let's see what Mr. Holyfield's got in mind for Mr. Moorer.
Emmanuel Stewart, you've trained both these guys. Your thoughts at this point?
Well, you know, the way the fight is going right now is, to me, still favoring Michael Moorer. Even though Evander has been looking good, Michael seems to be more sturdy, and this is the pace and the distance that he likes to operate from. Evander should either start moving from side to side, either go strictly to the inside and try to fight from the inside. But at this stage that he's fighting in, Michael Moorer seems much more stabilized, much more comfortable, and that right jab is becoming more and more of a big factor in the fight.
All right, Emmanuel, thank you very much. Halfway through the bout could be some interesting scoring.
You know, Holyfield wasting a lot of energy jumping around and bouncing like that. He could step and just be as easy, you know, moving from side to side. He's trying to get into a rhythm, though. You heard Don Turner say get into a rhythm. Maybe this is his rhythm, a la Terry Norris, but I just don't see it.
Guys, your unofficial numbers at the halfway mark.
I have got Michael Moorer and Holyfield tied.
I have Holyfield ahead by a couple of points with the knockdown.
Look out! Moore's in trouble. A straight right hand by Holyfield, looking to put Moorer down.
And this time he doesn't have enough time to sweat it out.
There was a delayed reaction here. Moorer almost went down and refound his balance. Again, it's the toughness is what we're talking about. The good and the tough both can give good beatings, but who's tougher? There's another stagger.
Moorer momentarily days in the left hook. Again, wobbles him. He's being rocked. The straight right hand pushes Moorer back. Moorer has been staggered.
Too much time, too much time. Moorer has got too much time to kill. Holyfield should attack with everything.
Both fighters are squared up fighting, but they're very tired.
A 15-second barrage by Evander Holyfield. He continues to come forward and down goes Moorer. Down to one knee. Second knockdown for Holyfield.
5, 6, 7, 8.
He gets up on 8, but he has 55 seconds.
He looked at his corner real hard, and everybody said, get up. So he did.
Could this be the end? Moorer in dire trouble. 40 seconds ago, right uppercut, down he goes again. There's no 3 knockdown rule.
This is headed toward a 10-7 round.
6, 7. Hey, look at me, you all right?
Down at 155, again at 220. Can he survive the final 25 seconds? Back comes Holyfield in furious fashion. Looking to end it here in round 7. Moorer fighting back with all his heart. A right on the temple. Uppercut, left hook by Holyfield.
Michael Moorer is taking some big shots, and he's fighting back.
He's going to make it.
And there's the bell. Moorer gets through it.
Whoa.
Nice deep breath, son. Get some ice on his neck, please. Some water. On top.
Yeah, work nice, well.
Nice deep breath, Michael. There you go.
Talk to me, Mike. How you doing? You okay?
All right, let's take a look at that first punch that gets him in trouble. It's a hook, and you see him, it's just too much for him. 2 right hands. It looks like he's on the way down, and all he needs is to finish it.
Now you'll see the first knockdown. Evander Holyfield knows he has his man in trouble. Michael Moorer trying to sustain. Right uppercut on the inside. Beautifully timed, right between the gloves. Perfect shot.
All right, this is second knockdown, apparently second knockdown, and that, again, is the fact that a nice uppercut came in, a right uppercut. I'll tell you one thing, you can't question his guts.
Michael Moorer down 3 times in the fight, twice in the 7th. We enter into round 8. Well, he certainly sheds that heartless, lackluster tag tonight. Michael Moorer in the green.
And people who thought they might see a dull fight can forget it. This is excitement in the heavyweights.
I had that last round 10-7, which gives Evander a commanding lead. 2 times, almost 3.
And here's how the online viewers see it. 6-1 Holyfield through 7.
He's absolutely far, far ahead. About the only way he can lose this now is to get knocked out himself.
I have it 4-2 and 1 even.
A frantic assault in the last round by Evander Holyfield, putting Moorer to the canvas twice. But he couldn't finish him off. Moorer showing a lot of guts.
Watch your heads. Come on, watch his heads.
You know that thing I was talking about earlier, the good and the tough, both good fighters. Evander tougher than Michael Moorer. The difference, it is clearly the difference here tonight.
All right, great. Step back. Easy, gentlemen. Don't punch. Don't punch.
Well,
Don't
if there was
punch.
a question about Moore's conditioning because of his fat, those 3 knockdowns kind of answer the question. He may be fat, but he's got guts and he's got conditioning. Back here fighting. Now the question is, how far does Holyfield get tired? We've seen him get tired in almost every fight except the Tyson fight. Now let's see what happens.
Break. Don't punch. Don't punch. Good.
Sometimes Holyfield needs to get hit to get it going, and that's what we saw here tonight. That was blocked partially, but there it goes again. Combination. He's down for the 4th time. Michael Moorer rolling around the canvas with out with himself. He gets up at 8 again. He'll have 50 seconds to survive. It happened 151 in a round 8. Down for the 4th time, Michael Moore.
Holyfield is fighting like a great champion.
That wobbled Michael Moore again.
Michael Moore's legs are not totally under him. He's not sturdy. Right now you see him, he's leaning off to the side. Michael Moore is getting hurt by Evander.
1 or 2 more punches could end it for Holyfield.
Well, he's delivered them and it doesn't do anything.
25 seconds and counting.
Look who's going back.
Look at Moore waving Holyfield on. He is game.
I'll tell you what, if he loses here tonight, he'll gain more fans and friends with this fight than he has in many of his victories.
Michael Moore's stock goes up regardless.
Yes, indeed.
Look at that right uppercut to the chin by Holyfield. Oh, down he goes for the 5th time.
This fight's over, gentlemen.
Get up.
This is it.
Down on his back, Stroll.
6, 7.
He's gonna make it.
That's
7.
okay? Come to me. Hey, you all right? You keep going?
The bell ends the round.
What an incredible fight. A few more of those, and the corner's going to have to start asking, do you want to send this guy back out for more of that?
Now I believe Michael Moore cannot win a decision because he's too far in the hole. Every round, 2 points, 3 points.
Look at me, Michael.
Look at Flip.
You know what? It's okay.
It's over. The fight's over right now.
It just ended as we started this replay. They are waving it off. Michael Moore cannot answer the bell for round 9. It is all over after 5 knockdowns.
I think that was a lot of Freddie Roach. We're still looking at replay. So
This is the second knockdown. What a beautiful right uppercut. That really started it. The hook. Oh, boy, look at this. It's just a tremendous amount of combinations, all on the money, perfectly executed by Evander Holyfield.
And that was right at the bell. You know, there was 3 seconds left when he hit the canvas. So under old reels, I mean, it was overwhelmed. Boy, but what a heart on Michael Moore. Let us never doubt his heart again.
What did Drew Carey say? If it ended in the 8th round, he'd be doing very well.
Yeah, well.
I said between 8 and 9, and what is it? Exactly between 8 and 9.
Bobby, a vicious assault by Evander Holyfield, but by the same token, tremendous heart by Michael Moore.
Michael Moore impressed me tonight. I thought he came here ready to fight. I thought he was in better condition than normal, even though he didn't look it appear it. He took some tough shots, and that's the thing I was talking about, that toughness factor. The toughness factor is why I gave the nod to Evander. I knew this would be a shootout.
The over-under, Bobby, was 9.5. The under-bettors won. Evander Holyfield, a 3.5 to 1 favorite.
It was funny, they asked me what I thought, and I said Holyfield in 8 or 9, and it was exactly between 8 and 9.
There you go.
At 3 minutes of the 8th, because the 9th bell never started.
Hold on.
Holyfield now 1/3 away from achieving his dream of unifying the heavyweight title. He secures his WBA heavyweight belt and once again adds the IBF heavyweight title to his growing collection. The question now, is WBC heavyweight champ Lennox Lewis next to complete the trifecta? Holyfield's lawyer Jim Thomas told me getting a fight with Lewis, big business, complicated, dealing with the networks and promoters. The courts are now involved. Mandatory challengers want to get their shot. It may not happen. Let's see if we can decipher the scoring through 8 rounds.
You know, Steve, I had it 78 to 70, and here you see 78-69, 78-70, and 78-69. We were all on target.
There you go.
Michael Moore won a couple of rounds he did, but Evander won every round by 2 points and some 3 points. 2 knockdowns. It's a 10-7 round. Here you clearly see him. 2 knockdowns, 10-7.
That was a 7.
And, you know, it's 7th and the 8th, as well as the 10-8 round in the 5th.
Holyfield by TKO, end of the 8th. Referee stops the bout. We'll get the official word from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at the end of round number 8. Our referee in charge, Mitch Halpern, stops the contest on advice of the ringside physician, Dr. Flip Homensky. The winner by way of technical knockout, and he is now the WBA and IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Evander, the real deal, Holyfield.
So there he is, the WBA and IBF heavyweight champion, Evander Holyfield. Jim Gray is standing by in the ring with Evander Holyfield.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. Evander Holyfield, congratulations. First, let's talk about in the second round. What happened to your eye, and how much did that scare you that the fight maybe stopped?
First of all, I just got to get honor to the Lord. He's always good, even in the tough battles.
Now on to the question here. Your eye in the second round, did it bother you? Were you afraid that it could stop the fight, and how did it happen?
You know, I wasn't afraid. You know, I don't know if I got hit in the eye or hit, but you know, because by him being southpaw, we come in together, and you know, I just know I had blood in my eye. But you know, you got to understand, I don't have about 4 or 5 fights with the same thing, and you know, when it's not the first time, you don't panic. You realize that you know you got capable cut man in your corner, and they can stop it.
Let's take a look at the headbutt here. Evander, if we look here at the monitor, this is approximately when it occurred. As we look at it, tell us.
Well, you know, I was going to the body, and you know, we both were going to the body, and you know, you have to step forward with your head, and it's just unfortunate I came up with the cut.
Let me ask you now, Evander, until the 5th round, it looked like Michael Moorer was going to be your nemesis again, and then you knocked him down at 235. Tell us about the fight up until that time, because it looked as though you might be in trouble.
Well, you know, I wasn't in trouble. The thing is that Mike got a good jab, and I either can try to match his jab and lose my game plan. I realized that if I could just not get hit with the jab as many times I got what happened the first fight, then, you know, I was a lot better. You know, even, you know, my arm wouldn't bother me, and I could slip some of the jabs off my shoulder, and I was able to hold him off.
Was there something wrong with your left hand and your left arm? It looked as though it was drooping again.
No. I dropped it on purpose because figured that, you know, it would make him charge in and I have a cleaner shot. You know, I was able to hit him with clean right hands, but the thing is I couldn't follow up with a combination. He was able to get away from the second punch.
As Janice attends to your eye, tell us now about that big 7th round. He went down twice. Let's take a look at a couple of those. Are you surprised he got up?
Well, you know, no, because it's the sure win of an individual.
This right here is the last one.
Well, you know, deep down inside, when people come to win, in their mind they already say, "Is anything happened? I'm getting back up." So he was able to get back up each and every time, and that just showed the courage and the heart that he had. He came to win. And, you know, when you have a guy that come to win, there's always going to be a good fight. You know, that's no quitting, and there's a proven fact that, you know, regardless of what you say, there's an individual themselves that to show that determination.
What about next for you, Evander? Will it be Lennox Lewis, or will you take the mandatory fight, or what is going to be your position?
You know, right now, you know, Don King is the promoter, and if Don King can work something out where that Lennox Lewis and I can fight, and I'm ready, because I am on the promotion with Don King, and I'm the type of person I honor my contract, and I'm willing to do what's necessary to show everybody they ain't #1 champion, and you know, I'm willing to put it all on the line.
Your eye is a little hurt tonight, but it looks like you made it through okay, huh?
Well, you know, God is good, and he's good all the time, even with the lumps and the bumps.
Congratulations to you, Evander. We look forward to the next fight. All right, now let's send it over to Ferdy Pacheco.
All right. Should that fight have been stopped?
Nope. Flip had asked me in the corner. He asked, was all right. I looked right at him. I said, I'm fine.
How about Freddie? Freddie here. What do you think?
I agree. Michael seemed to be fine. I was talking to him. I asked Michael a couple questions. Made sure that he was okay. He answered me back fine.
Your fight was one of the strong and toughest fights I've seen in a long time. How many times can you go down before you're going to quit this thing?
There was no 3 knockdown rule. I was ready to fight. I like fights like that.
You like to go down like that and get up and fight?
Yeah, I'm a champion.
Did you think you were pretty even with him until he knocked you down?
Yes.
Or ahead?
I think I was probably maybe 1 round ahead, but he had the knockdown, so it was a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, he had knocked you down 3 times and 2 times. You know, it was getting to be a yo-yo contest for your own health.
I still
it's a
got
good
up
thing
and
to
fought,
get.
though,
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. You're great. You were great at that. But for your own safety, it was a good thing. You'll fight another day, because now you're bigger than ever. Off of this fight, you fought. You erased all doubt that you're a top heavyweight. No doubt about it. So from here, where do you go?
Well, I beat him first time. He beat me this time. Let's do it in the 3rd time.
Well, that's brave words after a fight like that. Let me go back to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much.
Holyfield, 10 years older at 39. They're just about equal.